Hi friends, let's talk about cryptocurrency and most importantly, examples of cryptocurrencies. You've heard about Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, Cardano, Tether, Binance Coin, and several other cryptocurrency. So in this course, I'll be taking you through a detailed explanation of each of the top 100 cryptocurrencies with emphasis on the top 6, which I have mentioned to you earlier. So we'll look at what actually is Bitcoin and what makes Bitcoin special that is on the voice of everybody in society. From there, we also look at Ethereum, which is an improvement on Bitcoin. What makes Ethereum so special, so different from Bitcoin? And from there, we will talk about dApps, tokens, and NFT. Also, we'll talk about Binance Coin, Tether, Cardano, Dogecoin, and how they differ from each other and why you should invest in one over the other. And we will end this video by looking at the classifications of cryptocurrencies, how cryptocurrencies are classified based on their market cap, payment cryptos, platform cryptos, privacy cryptos, exchange specific cryptos, fintech cryptos, legal and property cryptos. In order to explain to you that as you start your investing journey in cryptocurrency, you should know why you should invest in one cryptocurrency over the other. It's an excellent course that will help you to understand the examples of cryptocurrency and why you should invest in one cryptocurrency over the other. So, if you're as excited as I am, let's hop right in and start the journey of cryptocurrency. Thank you. So, we want to start the classification with market capitalization. What is market capitalization and why am I choosing to start with market capitalization? If you go to an exchange to go and see the value of cryptocurrencies on CoinMarketCap, they're always listed based on their market capitalization. So what then is market capitalization? Market capitalization, otherwise known as market cap, simply means outstanding shares times share price. It was derived from stocks and shares. So it simply means outstanding shares, which in simple form, it means issued share, the number of shares that the company issued to the public. And you know that a share is part ownership of a company. So the number of shares that a company issues out to the public multiplied by their share price, that is the value of their market capitalization. The way we have net worth of an individual, and we say that Jeff Bezos is the richest man in the world as of today because of his net worth. There's a way the net worth is calculated. So when it comes to companies, we don't have net worth. Rather, we have something similar that we call market capitalization. It's similar to net worth. And you calculate it by multiplying the number of outstanding shares with the share price. So the same thing applies for cryptocurrencies. We have what we call coin market cap. What is the market capitalization of a coin? And you can see that it is the circulating supply multiplied by the market price. What is the volume of the cryptocurrency that's in circulation? For example, what is the volume that has been mined? About 18.6 million Bitcoin that has been mined with the current market price. And of course, you can get the market price of a coin by looking up on coin market cap. This diagram you are seeing here, I picked it up from CoinMarketCap. Bitcoin price is about 35,808.54. So, and you can see this is the market capitalization. And here we have what we call the circulating supply. You see it here. This is the circulating supply, which is 18.738 million. So you multiply this number of circulating supply with the price. So this and this. You multiply circulating supply and the price of Bitcoin. So we are saying that in order to get the market capitalization, you multiply this price here with the circulating supply, which is here. So if you multiply these two items, it will give you the market cap of a coin. So this is how they obtain it for Bitcoin. And the same thing, do it for Ethereum, Tether, Binance Coin, Cardano, Dogecoin. So this volume represents the volume for 24 hours. You can see at the top, we have 24 hours. So that's the volume that's available or people are trading with in 24 hours. And this shows us the difference. For the last 24 hours, what has been the change in price? For the last 7 days, what has been the change in price? You can see it. And this gives us the graph for the last 7 days to show you the performance for the last 7 days. It also works for the rest of cryptocurrency. These cryptocurrencies are organized based on their market capitalization. So you see, the way it goes is based on their market capitalization, the value goes up. So it means Bitcoin has the largest market capitalization, followed by Ethereum, followed by Tether, Binance Coin, Cardano, and Dogecoin. In this session, I only explained the top 6 as of the time I made this video. So the top 6 is what you are seeing here, and I explained them in subsequent session for you to understand the top 6 cryptos. But if you're interested in knowing the top 100 cryptocurrency based on market coin, you can just go to CoinMarketCap, which we will go now, and you will see it there. So we are on CoinMarketCap, as you can see. You've seen the diagram that I showed you earlier where I was explaining each of these items here. And for cryptocurrency, the first is still Bitcoin, followed by Ethereum, Tether, Binance Coin, Cardano, then Dogecoin. We also have the rest. So here you see the top 100 cryptocurrency for you to know if you want to buy cryptocurrency, the one you're buying, what number does it fall under? So you see it, 100. So 100 is ANKR. So you've seen it. Even though you go to Coinbase or Binance, it's still arranged most times based on their market capitalization. It means their value. What is their value? Which one has the highest net worth? Which one has the highest market capitalization? Which one is the richest, if I should put it in simple man language? And you calculate this richest by multiplying the circulating supply with the market price. So now that we have seen the top cryptocurrencies, we will analyze each of them one by one. It's very exciting. If you have not reviewed this course, if you've not rated this course, this is the time to do it now. By you rating this course, it will make this course to be easily be found by other people so that they can take this course and learn what you're learning. Thank you so much. Of course, we are starting with the flagship, the father, the Oga at the top of cryptocurrency, which is our friend, our brother, our cousin, our sister, Bitcoin. So you can see, Bitcoin is the number 1 cryptocurrency, and it was derived from 2 words, bit and coin. So bit is a unit of data. It simply means 2 integers, 2 digits, bit, something that's 2, like buy, so 2. Now, this Bitcoin is a digital currency that uses peer-to-peer technology to facilitate payment. If you've not heard about cryptocurrency, I'm sure you have heard about Bitcoin. It's the most popular cryptocurrency. Everything I've been explaining in most part of this course, session 1 and session 2, has mostly been on Bitcoin. Proof of work, Bitcoin. Mining, Bitcoin. Examples, Bitcoin, 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 Bitcoin. Bitcoin is extremely popular. Even a child that was born yesterday, I've heard about Bitcoin. So it's just a digital currency that uses a peer-to-peer technology called blockchain in order to facilitate payment. Bitcoin was originally created just to be used for payment as digital money. And we've said that it was created in 2009 by an unknown man or unknown group of people called Satoshi Nakamoto. And we know that from the name that he's a Japanese guy, but we don't know the real person that have this name, Satoshi Nakamoto. And that's why we call it a pseudonym. It means it's a fictitious name used to write a paper. And that was the paper that he wrote in 2008. Bitcoin is the world's largest cryptocurrency by market capitalization. And that's how we started this session, by showing you how market capitalization is calculated and Bitcoin is at the top of the ladder. So if I take you back, you will see that the market cap of Bitcoin is $672 billion. That's a lot of money. About $672 billion, followed by Ethereum that has about $259 billion. Then Tether, $62 billion. Binance Coin, $52 billion. Cardano, $45 billion. Dogecoin, $37 billion. Now, we've discussed a lot on Bitcoin being distributed and decentralized. Also, you can trade Bitcoin and you can store Bitcoin as a form of value. Of course, it's money. Money is either used for payment or you can use it to store value and sell it later. And we've discussed a lot about the blockchain. The whole of session 2, we were talking about blockchain, blockchain, blockchain. By now, you are an expert in blockchain. And we said that simply put, blockchain is a decentralized ledger. Decentralized means it does not have a central authority. It's distributed all across the world. And it's a ledger because it is used to keep record. It's like a record book. No, a record book that's online that anybody and everybody can access. Bitcoins are created as a reward for a process known as mining. And also in session 2, we discussed a lot about the proof of work, how we work. And we said that the proof of work model uses mining. Mining is the process that involves miners competing, nodes competing in order to be the one to add the next block to a blockchain. And for them to do it, they have to create a hash that's less than the target hash of the blockchain. Once the hash that you create is the correct hash, now the blockchain will reward you with Bitcoin, with newly minted, fresh looking Bitcoin. As of today, the value of this newly minted Bitcoin is about 6.25 BTC, and that it reduces every 4 years. It started with 50 BTC to 25, then to 12.5, and now to the current 6.25 that we are having now. And we said that even in 2024, that it will be about 3.125. Also, we said that Bitcoin mining will continue as long as people are performing transactions using Bitcoin. And we said that the reward still continue till 100 years time. It's just that by then, it will be a very small amount. And we said that the total number of Bitcoin that would ever exist is about 21 million BTC, where BTC represents Bitcoin. We've discussed a lot about mining in session 2. And I told you earlier that most of the things that we have discussed so far in this course are related to Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is the first. So we are studying how Bitcoin works, the blockchain of Bitcoin, the mining of Bitcoin, the proof of concept of Bitcoin, 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 Bitcoin. So most of the things we'll be discussing about in session 1, in session 2 has been mostly on Bitcoin. We went to proof of stake where Ethereum started coming in place. But for 90% of the thing I discussed in session 1 and session 2 is on Bitcoin. And we also gave the advantages and disadvantages of using Bitcoin. That one of the disadvantages of using Bitcoin is people use it for illegal transactions, and it has a massive energy consumption rate, which contributes to the carbon footprint in the world. And if I click on this link that you are seeing here, it will take us to the study that was done by Cambridge, where it was comparing the energy consumption of Bitcoin with some countries. I've already showed you the study, but for those of you that skipped that part of the class, let's go back there. So you can see the study that was done by Cambridge University. So, and here we have our Bitcoin here, and we said that Bitcoin total energy consumption is about 66.14 terawatt. Bitcoin consumes more energy than Venezuela, Switzerland, Peru, New Zealand, and all these countries here. That the energy consumption of Bitcoin is massive. There's also an interesting thing that Cambridge University discovered in the course of the study. I told you I will attach a link for you to read up. It's actually very exciting. Let me just take you through some of them. That the total electricity production of Bitcoin, you can see it here, is about 25082 terawatt. They're comparing the total world production and consumption of electricity. The Bitcoin production is about 0.2% of it, and the consumption is about 0.3% of it, which means Bitcoin is consuming more than it's producing. Now here we also look at the total world renewable production. This is what hydro is producing. This is biofuel and waste, and this is solar, wind, and others. And we are saying that they are producing, for hydro, it produces about 63 times that of Bitcoin. Biofuel and waste produce 9 times that of Bitcoin. Solar, wind, and others produce about 21 times that of Bitcoin. And when we are ranking in terms of energy consumption, in terms of country, and we said that Bitcoin consumes more energy than Austria and Colombia. So there are other fun facts that was included that were telling us that the amount of electricity consumed every year by always on but inactive home devices in the US alone could power the Bitcoin network for 3.3 years. Wow. Always on but never used, can power the Bitcoin network for more than 3 years. They also did a comparison for tea kettles, for Cambridge University, and the other things here that are very exciting that I think you should take a look and just use it to relax. So here, I decided to do a distinction between Bitcoin and Bitcoin. Bitcoin in capital letter and Bitcoin in small letter. Some people claim that Bitcoin should be written in both capital letter and small letter. Some people claim the B should be in capital letter, whereas others should be in small letter. Some people claim that everything should be in small letters. What you generally use in most cases is that when I use the capital letter, it means Bitcoin itself. It means the Bitcoin network. They're talking about the Bitcoin network, the Bitcoin blockchain, when we use B in capital letter. And if we use B in small letter in spelling our Bitcoin, it simply means the Bitcoin as a currency, just like saying 6.25 BTC. So as a currency, as a value of money. And when we use capital letter, it means as a network, as a blockchain. The total value of Bitcoin is about 21 million BTC. I keep saying BTC, which is Bitcoin. And can you see, since we're talking about money and the value, it's written in small letter. Bitcoin is represented with BTC. And this is the total cap, the total or the maximum volume of Bitcoin that would ever exist. As of now, the total volume we have, which is in circulating supply, is about 18.7 million. So that's what we have here, about 18.7 million, which means that the total volume is coming to an end, but it will continue till 100 years time. And now Bitcoin is very exciting. I put this point here so that I won't forget to tell you that Bitcoin is extremely volatile, is highly volatile. Is down, is up. Today it will go up, it will come down, it will go up, it will come down, it will go up, it will come down. This going up and down you are seeing here is what we call volatility. It means the spread, the dispersion from a central position. So if you pick a center point to be this, some people call it average. So this dispersion, spreading right, spreading left, spreading up, spreading down across the mean is what we call volatility, and Bitcoin is highly volatile. So since we're already in CoinMarketCap, let's look at the graph of Bitcoin for you to see an example of what I'm talking about, the volatility of Bitcoin. We can see the Bitcoin chart, the price, the market cap, and if you want to see it on TradingView, you can click here to see it on TradingView. Bitcoin here is going up, is down. So let's expand this to full screen for you to see the volatility I'm talking about. See, Bitcoin is here. Here is up, is down. You know, something that changes that's very volatile is down again. So this going up and coming down, you are seeing within seconds. It goes up and down within seconds, very quickly. It's what we call volatility. As of now, the current price is $34,878.15. And in the past 24 hours, the price have changed by about 1.14%. You can see other information about Bitcoin. CoinMarketCap is one of the most popular websites used for checking data on cryptocurrencies. So that's why I'm here. If you want to check the price of any cryptocurrency, feel free to go to CoinMarketCap and you will see the value or the price of the crypto you are interested about. So Bitcoin is currently selling about $34,000. If you want more information about Bitcoin, feel free to read up what is here. I would really encourage you to. We've discussed a lot about Bitcoin. We've talked about the mining. We've talked about the creator. We've discussed the advantage and disadvantage that is used for payment. And also in the past, it was used for illegal transaction, although it has reduced in our current world. Somebody even said that hackers and thieves do not really understand cryptocurrency. So that's why they've stopped using it for illegal transaction, because they don't really understand how it works any longer. Now, just to conclude this slide, I want to tell you that as much as payment with Bitcoin is anonymous, they can actually track you if the government want to track you. There are some processes that they can use to track you if they actually want to track the person that made transaction on Bitcoin. Some people will tell you that Bitcoin is not completely anonymous, rather is pseudonymous, which means that on the surface level it's anonymous. But if the government or a country really want to track it, there's a possibility they can actually track you if you send money using Bitcoin. But it's really a complicated process, but it's still possible. So we've discussed a lot about Bitcoin. Let's discuss about other cryptocurrencies. And now we have Ethereum. Now, Bitcoin started a new wave. In 2008, the paper was written. In 2009, the first Bitcoin was created, and it has been making news. It has been making wave since creation. Now, other developers have studied what was done with Bitcoin. The software, the code is open to all, is peer-to-peer, and it's available to everybody. It's a public information. Our friend here, Vitalik Buterin, in 2013 decided to study Bitcoin code, what was written for Bitcoin, and he was really impressed with it. He didn't just stop there. He took it further to actually modify some things, touch some things, add some things, remove some things in order to create a new blockchain called Ethereum. So Ethereum is a decentralized open source blockchain with smart contract functionality. So we are saying that just like Bitcoin, Ethereum is decentralized. Just like Bitcoin, Ethereum is open source. But what Ethereum did that Bitcoin does not have, it has a smart contract functionality. Ethereum enables code, other code, and other apps to be executed automatically. So Bitcoin is just a blockchain of its own that mint new Bitcoin that's used for payment. But Ethereum took it to a whole new level in the sense that it's not only used for payment, but it was built with a smart contract functionality. Buterin had seen that what blockchain can do, and he wanted to really expand the usefulness of blockchain. So he built the Ethereum platform to support other apps, other programming. So it's a blockchain that you can write your own program on. So it supports smart contract functionality. When we actually say smart contract, there's no contract that is smart. Simply put, there's no contract in the world that is smart. Smart contract is used to represent code that are self-executed. Once you write the code, they can execute themselves. When A is equals to 1, let B is equals to 2. So whenever A is equals to 1, the code will make B to be equal to 2. It's automatic, it's self-executed. So that's what we call smart contract. It doesn't mean that it's a contract like buying a house and it's smart. No. It just means is if the conditions are right, you get the required output or the required result. And Ethereum enables that. That's the advantage that Ethereum has over Bitcoin, because Bitcoin does not allow this smart contract functionality. The native cryptocurrency of Bitcoin is Bitcoin. Most people spell the coin in small letters: small b, small I, small t, small c, small o, small I, small n. So when we come to Ethereum, the coin or the native cryptocurrency, what some people call token, is Ether, and is ETH, all in capital letter, Ether. So that is the native cryptocurrency of Ethereum. So Ethereum is the blockchain. Its coin is not called Ethereum. Rather, the coin is called Ether, which I've shown you here, that for Bitcoin, the blockchain is called Bitcoin, spelled with capital letter B, but the coin is spelled with small letter b. This is the convention that most people use to differentiate the blockchain and the coin. So for Ethereum as a blockchain, the cryptocurrency is called Ether. Also, we have what we call Ethereum gas, and is the transaction fee, and is paid in Ether. So if you want to make a transaction using the Ethereum blockchain, you have to pay transaction fee to the miners in order to validate your transaction. So it's just like when you want to do some transfer and the bank take the transaction fee, or you want to get a service and you pay service fee for it. So the same thing happens for Ethereum. If you want to use the Ethereum blockchain, you pay a transaction fee, and that transaction fee is what we call Ethereum gas. You don't pay with dollars or with pound or with Bitcoin. You pay it with Ether, which is the native cryptocurrency of Ethereum. Now, the programming language that Ethereum was written with is Solidity, and you want to start coding on Ethereum. So try and get familiar with the programming language called solidity. In this course, I didn't go to the programming side. I went to the investment financial side. As much as we have Ethereum, we also have what we call Ethereum Classic. And since we're talking about Ethereum, I deem it wise to bring Ethereum Classic to you and differentiate it with Ethereum. When Vitalik Buterin made this blockchain called Ethereum, the name is Ethereum. There was a time that a hacker stole some money from the blockchain. When a hacker steals some money from the blockchain, the Ethereum community had a meeting to reach a consensus. And what's the meeting for? There are two options. Someone stole our money. Should we get the money back, or we should let the person keep the money? So if someone steals your money, would you want to get the money back, or you want the person to keep the money? So some people are like, let the person keep the money. He stole the money from the blockchain. So which means that we didn't code the blockchain extremely well to avoid hackers. So some people are like, okay, now we've discovered we've made a mistake, but we can correct our mistake and still get our money back. As simple as it is, when it comes to blockchain, simple decision can be difficult to make. They have two groups, Group A and Group B. Group A is of the opinion that we should revert back the money. Reverting back the money means that you have to change the code that make up the blockchain. And we've said that the blockchain ought to be immutable, ought to be irreversible. A blockchain should be irreversible. And now you are saying that because you want to get the money back, you have to reverse transaction in the blockchain. So Team A is like, it was a mistake, we will change the code, we will revert the transaction. So which means the blockchain is no longer immutable, it's no longer irreversible. And now the team that choose to do that is the Ethereum team. Ethereum team are the one that choose to change the code in the blockchain to reverse the transaction. Team B is like, no, a blockchain is irreversible. Transactions on the blockchain are fixed and permanent. There's no need to reverse it. If the person stole the money, it was our fault. So we cannot reverse the transaction. And they're like, we will stick with the blockchain that cannot be reversed. And that is Team B. Team B now started their own, and that's what we call Ethereum Classic. In the previous session, I explained to you about hard and soft fork. So this is a classic example of hard fork, where there's permanent divergence. Ethereum and Ethereum Classic can never communicate any longer, even though they had the same history. They have gone their separate ways. But the Ethereum that we are talking about now, which has more value, is this Ethereum. People that chose to reverse the transaction. So we also have a differentiation between Ethereum and Ethereum 2.0. Now the current Ethereum that we are using now, or that we know, is called Ethereum 1.0. And the reason because it uses the proof of work concept. There's still mining. But in the later part of this year, of 2021, we want to move to Ethereum 2.0. Ethereum 2.0 uses the proof of stake model. So that's the major difference between Ethereum 1.0 and Ethereum 2.0. Ethereum 1.0, which is the current Ethereum as of today, uses the proof of work concept, and Ethereum 2.0 uses the proof of stake concept. And I've explained to you about the proof of work and the proof of stake, how mining occurs and how staking occurs. Now, the mechanism, the model, the background to convert from proof of work to proof of stake is called Casper. So it's the mechanism for transferring from Ethereum 1.0 to Ethereum 2.0. Now let's differentiate between Bitcoin and Ethereum, since two of them are the most popular cryptos in the world. Bitcoin is a first generation cryptocurrency and Ethereum is a second generation cryptocurrency. It simply means Bitcoin is the first and Ethereum is a modification of the first. They modify some things to make it better. It has some improvement. It has a smart contract functionality. It also supports dApps, which means it supports other applications, decentralized applications, to run on the blockchain of Ethereum. Now, Ethereum, you can run other applications on Ethereum. You cannot run other applications on Bitcoin. dApp simply means decentralized applications. Now, the reward for mining Bitcoin is 6.25 BTC. That's the block reward. But for Ethereum, there's no block reward, but you get a transaction fee of about 3 Ether. Also, in terms of the mining time, the time that it takes a block to be added to the blockchain. For Bitcoin, it takes about 10 minutes approximately. Sometimes it's 8, sometimes it's 12. But on the average, it's 10 minutes. And for Ethereum, of course, is an improvement of the Bitcoin blockchain. It takes about 12 to 19 seconds. So transactions on Ethereum is much faster than that of Bitcoin. The total volume of Bitcoin is capped at 21 million. Bitcoin will never exceed 21 million in terms of volume. But for Ether, it's uncapped. What they usually do is that every year, they decide the volume that will be in circulation, the volume that will be added in circulation. But the total volume of Ethereum is uncapped. Also, Bitcoin uses the proof of work model, and Ethereum uses the proof of stake model, and that's for Ethereum 2.0, which will come at the later part of this year. But as of the time I'm making this course, Ethereum still uses the proof of work model, which is mining. But in the later part of this year, it will go to proof of stake, which involve forging. I don't want to keep explaining mining and forging over and over again. I've explained it in full detail in session 2. So if you want like a recap, please feel free to go back to session 2. We are still on Ethereum, and I told you that Ethereum enables other applications to run on its blockchain. Ethereum is a blockchain. It allows other applications to have their footing, to be rooted on it. So all those other applications that you can run on another application on a decentralized blockchain is what we call dApps. So some people call it dApp, some people call it smart contract. And what is a smart contract? A smart contract is a self-executing contract where the terms of the agreement between the buyer and the seller are directly written into lines of code. And I told you that smart contracts are not actually smart. There's no contract in the word as smart. It simply means a code that is self-executable. If the conditions are right, if the inputs are right, you will get the output. So that's just the meaning of the smart contract. It means if the input is right, you get the output. 1 plus 1 would always give you 2. So whenever it's 1 plus 1, you are sure that the result is 2. That's an example of smart contract. It's a self-executing contract. Another example is a vending machine. If you put your coins or your cash into the vending machine, you are sure of getting the desired output as long as the amount of money that you put is what the machine needs to deliver the output. dApps are apps that run on a blockchain. The D here simply represents decentralized. So apps that run on a blockchain are called dApps. I know you use app on a day-to-day basis on your phone. All the apps on your phone, most of them don't run on a blockchain, but if there's an app on your phone that run on a blockchain, we call it dApps. So question is, why would you want to make your app to run on a blockchain? Now, there are several advantages that you get when your app run on a blockchain. You get the advantage of a decentralized blockchain. So which means that your app cannot easily be hacked because it's all over the world. You enjoy all the benefits of decentralization. You enjoy all the security benefits of a blockchain. All the benefits that a blockchain enjoys, you too enjoys it because you are tapping into the blockchain. And here, if you remember, we started this course by looking at the properties of cryptocurrencies, properties of a blockchain. And we said that it's distributed, which means it's spread all across the world. It's decentralized. It does not have a central authority. There's privacy. It's permissionless. Anybody can use it. There's security. There's irreversibility and immutability. There's portability. There's censorship resistance. So when your app is running on a blockchain, you enjoy all these benefits. Also, we are talking about the advantages of a blockchain and of cryptocurrency. And we say that it eliminates the middleman and nobody oversees your money. You can serve your bank. There's easy money transfer. There's low transaction fee. There's anonymity. So if your app is run on a blockchain, you equally enjoy all these benefits. So you see, there are several benefits that you enjoy when your app is running on a blockchain. So to actually maintain a blockchain is actually work. There's a lot of work that's needed in order to maintain your blockchain, or else hackers will beat you to the game. For a lot of people, instead of starting from scratch and building a blockchain, no, they choose to tap to an already decentralized blockchain, which is Ethereum. People don't tap into Bitcoin blockchain because Bitcoin blockchain does not support smart contract, does not support other applications to be run on it. It's only Ethereum and few others that are built to allow other applications to be run on their blockchain. So it means that the benefit of a blockchain comes to you. All the benefit of a blockchain comes to you without you bearing the cost of the blockchain. To maintain a blockchain is difficult. It can be difficult to maintain a blockchain. So instead of you starting from scratch, it is smart, it is wise to use what's already existing and build your application. I can tell you that more and more applications will be built on a blockchain because of the benefit, the numerous benefit it offers. It's like you getting some advantage without paying the cost. So if you build an app now on a blockchain, or if you have an app on a blockchain, you too still want to have your own token. You still want to have like your own cryptocurrency. That cryptocurrency is what we call token. So what is a token and how is it different from cryptocurrency? Now, we'll give an example with Ethereum. Ethereum is a blockchain of its own. Its native cryptocurrency is called Ether. If I build an app on this Ethereum blockchain, let me call it Dogecoin. So this is my app that I want to build on this Ethereum blockchain, Dogecoin. I can tell you that Dogecoin enables you to learn finance, investment, trading easily. It's a platform that enables you to learn finance, investing, trading, side hustle easily. So something like that. I'm just giving a random example, but it could be true too. Now I don't have my own blockchain because I don't want the stress and the headache of running and maintaining a blockchain. I'm building it on what's already existing. So I want to have my own coin. My own coin that I have now, which is running on someone else's blockchain, is what we call token. The main blockchain is called cryptocurrency. So Ether is a cryptocurrency, but my own is a token because it is built on something else. It is not like from ground zero. I don't have my own blockchain. I'm using the blockchain of someone else. I'm using Ethereum blockchain. So all those apps that are running on Ethereum blockchain, their coins are called tokens instead of being called crypto, in order to differentiate it from our usual cryptocurrency. So when you hear something is a token, most times it usually means that it is running on another blockchain. It does not have its own blockchain. It's an app that's running on another blockchain, not its own blockchain. But the ones that have their own blockchain are called cryptocurrencies. It's just a minor difference that is becoming popular. So I thought to introduce it to you. So tokens are dApps units of value. We have USDT, BNB, USD coin. So some of these coins that you are seeing here does not have their own blockchain. And when they don't have their own blockchain, we call it a token. It's like the cryptocurrency of the dApp, and the dApp is on another blockchain. Simply put, dApps that are built on Ethereum blockchain, their cryptocurrency is called token. We have ERC20 token, and we also have NFT token. And NFT simply means non-fungible token. So what is ERC20? ERC simply means Ethereum request for comment. Ethereum request for comment is a standard on the Ethereum platform. Now, there are two ways of making a token. The first way of making a token say that all the tokens have the same value. So which means one can replace another, like your dollar, like your pound. If someone give you $1 now, another person give you $1, you can interchange them. If A is $1, B is $1, you can do like this, and it will still be $1, still be $1. The value will not change. The value is constant. So if Z give you $1, the value is still constant. So which means you can replace them, you can interchange them without them losing their value. All of them have the same value. $1 in California is equal to $1 in New York. They have the same value. That's what we call the ERC20 token. It means they are fungible, they are replaceable, they have the same value everywhere. But when we talk about NFT, it means non-fungible token. It means they are unique, they don't have the same value. So $1 and £1 are not equal. They don't have the same value. They are non-fungible. You cannot replace them with each other. If somebody asks you for $1 and you give the person £1, they're like, no, what I want is $1. Non-fungible token simply means that they are not replaceable with each other. Each of them is unique. They have a different value set. They have different worth. But for fungible, even though there are 1 million of them, each of them have a value that's equal to another. One Tether in the UK is equal to one Tether in the US. It's equal to one Tether in Mexico. But this NFT you are seeing here is unique. It's only one in the world. You can copy it. I've even copied it to even show you here. This one I have is a copy. But there's only one owner, and no, it's unique to the person. Other people can just have a copy of it, but they're not the owner. So this one has a distinct value. That's what we call non-fungible token. Let's discuss more on non-fungible token since it's becoming very popular in our world. NFT is a cryptographic token that represents non-fungible token, non-fungible, which means that non-replaceable, is unique. This NFT is unique, it's distinct, it's a distinct work of art, it's a distinct digital creation. There may be other copies of it, but those are just copies of it and are not equal to this original one. Other ones can be copied, and of course, since they are copied, they have no value. There's only one of it, and that one is unique. So we are saying that for NFT, is authentic. It means it cannot be replicated. It cannot be interchanged. There's only one NFT. Other ones are copies of it. And copies of it means that anybody can have it. So it's valueless. But the original one is distinct. It's unique. And it's mostly used for digital products, photos, videos, audio. NFT is becoming very popular. Very, very popular. Because of uniqueness. We are living in an era where everything is online. You can easily copy it. But we want to still track the original one. Which one was the first creator? Which one is the original one? And who is the owner of that original concept, that original music, that original video, that original photo? Who made it? So that one is unique. And it's not like the others. Others are just copy of it. I know on our level of seeing it with our eyes, and they're the same now, but there's original and there's copy of it. So the original is what we call NFT, non-fungible token. As I've explained to you, now you understand that NFT is mostly used for proof of ownership. We want to say that somebody is the owner of the item. There are millions of it that are copies of it, so nobody owns them, but the original one is owned by a person. There's proof of ownership. It's different from copyright. And for a copyright, if you want to write a book and you want to replicate a part of that book, you give a reference to that person. If it's a movie, you can even pay the person to just take some aspect of the movie to replicate it. For NFT, you don't have to pay to replicate it. This work you're seeing is an NFT. I just copied it online. I didn't pay anybody. At best, I'll put a reference. Oh, I copied it from this website. And the website copied it from another website. But there is an original one, the one that started all of it. The first one, the original one, the one that was made by somebody, is what we call NFT, which is non-fungible. It's unique, it's distinct, it's authentic. NFT help us to remove the intermediary between artist and audience. You see, the whole idea of cryptocurrency is removing the middleman. We want the creator, the artist, to easily relate with the audience without an agency, without any middleman. So NFT help us to achieve that. If I create a work, I can easily market the work to my audience without being scared, and that an agency I will employ will steal the work from me. And you can convert physical assets to digital representations. Real estate, passport, artworks, paintings are being converted to a digital representation. And this digital representation is what we call NFT. It's distant. The way you have a land, this land is owned by Mr. A. So other people can walk across the land. Other people can dance on the land, but we know no matter what you do, that land is owned by Mr. A. The same thing happens for NFT. You can copy it, you can alter it, you may want to duplicate it, but the original one, the ownership is distant. Now, I gave an example with Jack first Twitter, where he just wrote, just setting up my Twitter. So you can see he made this Twitter on March 22nd, 2006. And it's already available in the market for people to buy it because it's distinct. It was his first tweet. It's distinct. It's unique to him. And it's also unique to the Twitter platform. I can type my own, just setting up my first Twitter. Is different from the one that Jack, which is the founder of Twitter, did. And NFT is a blossoming market currently. And this Twitter now, for example, was offered in the market for sale. So the highest offer is about $2.5 million. And see the person that bought it. So it is for sale. And the question is, what would this person that bought it now use it for? He will sell it again, hopefully at a higher price. So it's a business. So Jack has made money by making an NFT. He cannot go tomorrow and be typing his first Twitter again. If you type it, it's not this one. This one is unique. It's even timestamp. So how do we confirm ownership of the owner? We use the blockchain. The blockchain is used to keep record as immutable. So Jack was the owner, and now he has transferred the ownership to this buyer. And except this buyer sell it again, on the blockchain, his name will remain there as the owner of this NFT work. So other people can copy it. I've copied it to show you, but does not mean I'm the owner. Sina Esther V, this our guy here, is the owner until he sell it to you or to me. But other people can claim that their copy is the original one. But when we go to the blockchain, since the information there is immutable, it will not lie to us. It will show us that the real owner of this NFT, which you can see as a Twitter post. We're also on CoinMarketCap, and we can see cryptocurrency exchanges NFT. NFT is becoming very popular. It's like a digital piece of art that you can buy and you can sell. And the reason why you can buy and sell it, even though other people have copies of it, is because you are buying and selling the original copy. The original copy. So you see, all these NFT are available for buying and for selling. You see, you can buy them and you can sell them. See the price, collection net worth. So you can buy them and you can sell them. The way you can trade cryptocurrency is also the way you can trade NFT. It's just that this just involves like a digital work instead of a digital coin. So this is a digital work that has a distinct or a unique ownership. There's proof of ownership. I can copy this thing. If I click on it, I can copy it. But the original one has proof of ownership, which is tracked on the blockchain. Still on Ethereum, let's talk about DeFi, Decentralized Finance. And what do we mean by decentralized finance? It means finance that's distributed, that's spread all across the world. Now, if I want to buy an insurance package, I will go to an insurance firm in my country for them to give me an insurance package. But what of insurance company that's all over the world at the same time? So for most decentralized finance, they are actually the product of decentralized apps, dApps. We've discussed about decentralized apps that are built on a blockchain. So if you build an app on a blockchain, you're not just building an app just to build an app. There's a service it's offering. So if the service is related to finance, it becomes what we call DeFi, Decentralized Finance. You can also have an app that the service is not related to finance. Therefore, it's not DeFi. For DeFi, it must be related to finance. There are apps built on a blockchain that offer services in finance like insurance, asset management, banking, loan, credit, and things like that. So why are people building financial services on a blockchain? It's because it's censorship resistant, it's open source, it's permissionless, anybody can use it, it's transparent, it's a peer-to-peer network, it's decentralized, it's interoperable. Interoperable simply means that it allows different apps to communicate with each other. Your app can communicate with the blockchain can communicate with your app. Interoperation, that's the meaning, interoperation. There's a link in the operations. Also, is secured cryptographically. It's a trustless system. Trustless system does not mean you cannot trust it. It simply means that there's no middleman. And also, there's less operational cost. So there are different advantages that you enjoy when you build your financial apps on a blockchain. And these are some of them. And DeFi is a movement that aims to decentralize financial applications. I've explained this to you. That instead of getting your insurance now from a bank, a physical building, you just go to dApps and apply for insurance and get insurance. It makes financial services easily accessible. It's easy for you to access financial services, loan, mortgage, lending, borrowing, all those things. It makes it easy to access. And it's highly secure because it's decentralized. I told you that Finance 2.0 want to replace Finance 1.0. So these are some of the innovative work that's being done to replace Finance 1.0. If you want to use them, you just go to your website to download the app and start using. So the applications are in borrowing, lending, insurance, Uniswaps. All these are the applications of DeFi, Decentralized Finance. So cryptocurrency is part of finance. So we're looking at other aspects of finance and how we can use the blockchain for it. I told you that you may not trust Bitcoin, but please trust blockchain, because blockchain has a lot of uses, has a lot of applications, and Bitcoin is just one application of it. Other applications are DeFi, token, Ethereum that we are discussing. We've discussed a lot about Bitcoin, and I've discussed now on Ethereum. So our next crypto, which is the third in terms of market capitalization, is Tether. Tether, what do you call it? Feel free to tell me in the comment section. This token, Tether, is issued by Tether Limited, and Tether Limited is owned by Bitfinance, and Bitfinance is a cryptocurrency exchange. So which means that Tether is owned by a cryptocurrency exchange. What's an exchange? An exchange is a company or is a platform that enables you to exchange cryptocurrency with fiat currency. If you have dollar now and you want to get Bitcoin, there have to be an exchange for it. If you have Bitcoin and you want to get US dollar, there have to be an exchange. That's why we call it exchange. It can be a company, it can also be a platform that enables an exchange from one cryptocurrency to another cryptocurrency, or from cryptocurrency to fiat currency. Sometimes an exchange can also be from one currency like dollar to another currency like pound. Tether is the first stable coin. And what are stable coins? They are digital assets that are designed to mimic or track the value of fiat currencies. It's a simple concept. We are saying that US dollar, one USD is a fiat currency, which means fiat currency means it's issued by the government. And in cryptocurrency, we are looking for currencies that are not issued by a government, that are decentralized, that all of us are equal. No government will freeze your account. The problem with cryptocurrency is a movement on its own. It's as if we are at the top and fiat currencies are below, or we are at the right, fiat currencies are at the left. So they are so different from fiat currency like pound, dollar, yen, naira. So we're looking for an intermediary, something that will help us to connect cryptocurrency and fiat currency. It will also be a cryptocurrency on its own, so that cryptocurrency would understand what it's talking about, and it will be related to fiat currency. Let me do a diagram here. Here is fiat currency, F, like your dollar, your pound, and here we have cryptocurrencies. These two are speaking different language. And when two people are speaking different language, what do? You bring a middleman to translate for both of them. So that middleman should understand this one and should understand this one. So that's what we call stablecoin. A stablecoin, by design, is a cryptocurrency. So it's already a cryptocurrency, so it can understand cryptos. By design, it's a cryptocurrency, which means it runs on a blockchain. And also, its value is equal to the value of a fiat currency. So since they have the same value, it will understand fiat currency. That will call stablecoin. They're always stable because it believes in finance that fiat currencies are very stable and cryptocurrencies are very volatile. Fiat currencies are assumed to be stable. Their value does not change easily, even though there's an inflation of 2% every year. For a country like UK, most of the time it's predictable, but cryptocurrencies are highly unstable. Today, they can be trading at $20,000, and tomorrow they are trading at $100,000. So if you are the one that bought and you want to sell, it's good for you. What if you are buying it at $100,000 for today, and tomorrow what you bought for $100,000 has changed to $20,000? You will not be happy. So it's very volatile. Because of that, we're looking for something that's more stable, and we created stable coins. That will be a crypto, but it will be pegged to a fiat currency. So the first stable coin is Tether, and it was made by Tether Limited. It ensures price stability in volatile markets. Cryptocurrencies are very volatile. Bitcoin, very volatile. Ethereum, very volatile. So let's look for something that's stable that we can use for real world applications. Because the major reason why cryptocurrency is not used by the whole world is because of its volatility. Someone can pay $100,000 for crypto and tomorrow it has dropped to $1. So imagine that you buy something now for $100,000 and before you blink your eye, it's now $1. Will you be happy? No. So we're looking for something that's more stable as dollar, as stable as pound, as stable as yen, as stable as naira, as stable as euro. So that's what we call Tether. And for this Tether, one Tether is equals to one USD dollar. Can't you see? USD Tether is equals to one US dollar. This is the Tether. So one of these is equals to $1. Two of it, $2. Three of it, $3. $7. It's now the center man that cryptocurrency can understand because it's a crypto on its own and fiat currency can understand. So that to enable us to transition from fiat currency to cryptocurrencies. One of the advantage of using Tether and stablecoin is that it removes transaction cost and it removes delays of crypto fiat conversions. If you want to convert your Bitcoin to dollars, sometimes it takes a lot of time. But if it's a stable coin, it will be easy to convert because it's a stable coin. It's stable. And stable coins are cryptocurrencies on their own. It's just that their value are pegged. They are mimicking, they are tracking fiat currencies. The next one we have is Binance Coin. Binance Coin, BNB. So Binance Coin is a coin that was created by Binance in 2017. If you click on Binance, this link here, let's even click on it for you to see. So we're on Binance. Binance is the largest cryptocurrency exchange. So in later sessions of this course, I will take you through a step-by-step guide on how to use the Binance page to buy cryptocurrency and to sell cryptocurrency. But we have not reached that part of the course. So this is Binance, this is their homepage. You can see it's mostly used for buying and selling cryptos and it's very fast. It's the largest cryptocurrency exchange in the world. So they have their own coin and their coin is called BNB. They are the largest cryptocurrency exchange in the world by trading volume. This BNB was initially started on the Ethereum network. You see, that's why here I said it's a token and here I say it's a cryptocurrency. It's a token because it was started on the Ethereum network, ERC20. So it means it's a fungible token. One BNB is equals to one BNB, is equals to one BNB, is equals to one BNB. A copy of one BNB is equal to one BNB. A copy of one BNB is equals to one BNB. But for NFT, a copy of it is not equal to the original. It's just a copy that anybody can do. Initially, they did a coin offering and it was started on the Ethereum network, but they discovered that they are growing more and more and more and more. And they decided that instead of hosting it on the Ethereum network, let's have our own blockchain. It's a cryptocurrency because it has its own blockchain. So BNB is the native currency of Binance's own blockchain, which is the Binance chain. If you use BNB to buy and sell cryptos, they offer you some discount if you use it on the Binance exchange. But if you use it on other exchange, they will not offer you any discount. This BNB was created as a utility token for discounted trading fees. So it's used for trading and it offers you some discount if you use it to trade on Binance exchange. You can also use it to book travel, for entertainment, online services, financial services. So the uses and the utility have expanded over the years. So for Bitcoin, the maximum number that we can get is 21 million. For BNB, the maximum number of tokens is 200 million. And also, during the initial coin offering, which is similar to the initial public offering, IPO, 100 million tokens were offered during circulation. And every year, they keep buying it back in order to increase the value. So 50% of these 200 million tokens were released during ICO, which is the initial coin offering. And that's what we call burning, which means permanent removal of a crypto token from circulation to increase price and profit. So the value of this BNB keep increasing because Binance is reducing their supply. So by reducing the supply, you are increasing demand, and therefore you are increasing the price and the profit. So they sold about 100 million tokens during the initial offering of 2017. And every year, they will go and buy a part of it back. They keep buying it back. They keep buying it back. And why are they buying it back? So that the value will keep increasing and they make more money. It's really a very smart business strategy. It's not only done in cryptocurrency, it's also done by other companies. They go and buy back their shares so that their share price would increase. And this is because of the general rule of demand and supply. When supply is low and demand is high, you can quote any price and get any profit that you want. The fifth cryptocurrency is Cardona. It was launched in 2017 by Ethereum co-founder Charles Hoskinson. Charles Hoskinson played a key role during the initial phase of Ethereum, and it was like, I can also start my own too. Just like you watching this video, you can also have your own crypto too. We'll go into that towards the end of this course. Cardano was launched in 2017, and you agree with me, since he knows a lot about Ethereum, Cardano would be similar to Ethereum on many levels. Bitcoin is first generation. Ethereum is second generation because it's an improvement of what was done on the Bitcoin blockchain. Now, Cardano is an improvement of what is done on Ethereum, therefore, which will be an improvement of Bitcoin. Therefore, it's a third generation blockchain, which means it's coming at a whole new level beyond what Ethereum can do. And what is it achieving? The goal of Cardano is to solve scalability problems of Bitcoin and Ethereum. If you want to send money in terms of Bitcoin and Ethereum, it's very slow. So Cardano want to solve this scalability problem. It wants to make transaction of cryptocurrency extremely fast and add some features that Bitcoin and Ethereum do not have. As of now, the transaction per second performance of Bitcoin is about 5. For Ethereum, it can send about 10 transactions per second. For Visa, it's about 2,000 transactions per second. You can see how cryptocurrency is lagging behind our current financial model. If you want to send a transaction from A to B and you want to use Bitcoin, at max, you will get about 5. If you want to use Ethereum, you can get 10 at best. If you want to use Visa, there are about 2,000 transactions that happen every second. So Cardano, as a cryptocurrency, want to solve this problem. You want to be the cryptocurrency that have the same or even higher transaction per second performance of Visa. That's what we call the scalability problem. It wants to be highly scalable. So in summary, Cardano is the next generation version of Ethereum. It's very similar to Ethereum 2.0, and it uses the proof of stake. Cardano does not know anything about proof of work. It's simply going straight to proof of stake because it's almost like a modified version of Ethereum. Current proof of stake for Cardano is called Ouroboros, and that's what it's planning to use for its transaction so that it will be able to achieve about 2,000 transactions per second. The native currency of Cardano is called ADA. The way we have that, the native currency of Binance blockchain is BNB. The native cryptocurrency of Ethereum is Ether. So for Cardano, the native cryptocurrency is called ADA. What makes this Cardano special is that it is a work of extensive academic research. There are professors in different universities all over the world that are studying Cardano in such a way that it will be able to achieve a TPS of more than 2,000, like that of Visa. So there's an extensive academic research that's done around Cardano. Professors in your university, in my university, are studying it, because they want a cryptocurrency, as much as it is decentralized, can still be a fast transaction. The problem why cryptocurrencies are not very fast is because it's decentralized. Almost like the whole world is working on one thing. Do you expect it to be very fast? No, it will be slow and lagging. So Bitcoin and Ethereum are lagging systems. If you want to make a transaction with Bitcoin and Ethereum, be ready to wait till it's your turn. Just join the queue because it's a slow system. So the main aim of Cardano is to be a fast system. It wants to be a cryptocurrency that is very fast in making transactions, either buying or selling goods. To be decentralized and at the same time to be fast involve a lot of work, involve a lot of research. So that's why there are so many professors that are studying it. It was built with the Haskell programming language for those of us that are programmers. The Cardona as a blockchain does not just want to be highly scalable, but equally it wants to be environmentally friendly. Bitcoin is not environmentally friendly. Ethereum as of now is better than Bitcoin, but it still has some issues. Cardano want to be the most environmentally sustainable blockchain platform. It want to be highly energy efficient. And of course, to achieve this, it must use the proof of stake in order to be highly energy efficient. As good as it sounds, as excellent as it sounds, Cardano want to be environmentally friendly. Cardano want to be highly scalable. It want to compete with Visa in terms of transaction per seconds. Cardano want to be a cryptocurrency that can do what Bitcoin and Ethereum cannot do. Cardano want to be a blockchain that allows other apps to run on it. Apps that we call dApps, just like Ethereum. Cardano want to do this. Cardano want to do that. Cardano. As good as it sounds. As of now, as of today of making this video, it is all still a dream. It is all a dream for now. There is work in progress, but it's still a dream, which means it has not become a reality. But before the end of this year, they are hoping to give us substance. But as of now, it's still a dream. So people that are investing in it are investing because of the dream. It's like you investing in real estate because you think the price will go up in the future. So the same thing happens for Cardano. People that are buying it hoping that once it becomes existent, once these promises become real, the value will jump. But as of now, it is all but a promise. In summary, Cardano wants to do everything that Ethereum can do and do more. The way Ethereum can do everything that Bitcoin can do and do more. It's a long course, so we're coming towards the end by discussing the sixth cryptocurrency, which is Dogecoin. Dogecoin is one of the most popular meme coins. Dogecoin is very popular, extremely popular. It was launched in 2013 by Billy Marcus and Jackson Palmer. 2013 was the year of cryptocurrency, like it was still new and people have so many doubts about cryptocurrency. So Billy Marcus and Jackson Palmer wanted to make fun of the whole crypto movement by starting their own crypto, and they called it Dogecoin. So Dogecoin is a cryptocurrency based on the Doge meme. Doge meme was very popular in 2013. It's a very popular meme online in 2013. And it's based on a dog that has some internal monologues. You see the way that this dog is looking. It has some internal monologues. Am I looking? Are you looking at me? I should be sleeping by now. I need to drink water. Why are you looking at me? Are you as popular as I am? Oh, you're taking this course. I'm enjoying this course so much. Are you taking this course? So these are some of the popular memes that's associated with this Shiba Inu dog. It's a famous Shiba Inu dog, as its logo shows us some internal monologues that I've displayed. You too can add your own. Look at the face of the dog and what do you think that the dog is thinking about? Now, Billy Marcus and Jackson Palmer love cryptocurrency. They were like, Bitcoin started in a very serious way. It was very, very serious. So they wanted a cryptocurrency that's not as serious as Bitcoin. What lay people can understand. Something that's simple, something that's fun. It shouldn't be that stiff. A cryptocurrency. It should be something relatable. So they started this Dogecoin as a fun and friendly internet currency of Bitcoin. They're like, Bitcoin is good, we love the idea, we love the movement, but it's too serious. Let's go for something that's simple, something that's friendly, something that's fun, something that we can make TikTok videos about. So that's what led them to start Dogecoin. So of course, if you're looking for something popular, why don't you use a meme? So that's why you're using a meme as their logo. And I want to tell you that Litecoin is also a cryptocurrency, but the difference between Litecoin and Bitcoin is that it uses a script proof of work instead of mining proof of work. Dogecoin has unlimited supply. It really has unlimited supply. There's no quota. Bitcoin is 31 million, BNB is 200 million, but for Dogecoin, it's unlimited. The time to mine a block for Bitcoin is about 10 minutes, but for Dogecoin, it's about 1 minute. The time to add a block to the blockchain. The block reward for Bitcoin is 6.25 BTC. For Dogecoin, the block reward is 10,000 Doge. The native cryptocurrency of Dogecoin is called Doge. See, Doge is the native cryptocurrency of Dogecoin. And of course, since it's a meme coin, and the most popular meme coin is hype on TikTok, on Twitter, on Reddit, is highly hyped by our friend Elon Musk. Elon Musk has made several tweets, several comments about Dogecoin. And again, I want to say that Dogecoin is popular for pump and dump. So because it's popular on social media and popular on Telegram, group of people will join together and be like, we will make the price to rise. And when the price has risen, we'll just sell. The problem with that is that the leader of the group will buy Dogecoin in large quantity and will call other people to make the price to rise. So when the price is rising, he will sell his own. And of course, since he's selling a massive quantity, there's a large supply of it, the price will drop. So only the leader makes a lot of money and other people are at loss. It's very popular with Dogecoin, pump and dump. You pump the price, one person will just sell his or her own crypto in large quantity, which will make the price to fall back, to dump. So please, just be mindful if you want to invest in Dogecoin or if you want to trade in Dogecoin. I don't have a Telegram page and I don't want to have a Telegram page because of it's popular for pump and dump. In fact, it's even against the law. It's because cryptocurrencies are not highly regulated like shares and bonds. If not, the government will arrest people that are doing that. It's illegal to actually pump the price of something and only you benefit from it and others are suffering the consequence. Now that we've discussed about cryptocurrencies and even the top 6 cryptocurrency, let's classify cryptocurrencies. Now, everything I've discussed so far has been on market capitalization based on the market cap. What is the first crypto? Bitcoin. Second, Ethereum. Third, Tether. Till we got to the 6th, which is Dogecoin. And I've showed you that if you click on this ETC, which it will lead us to current market cap, which I've shown you earlier, about the top 100 crypto, the top 1,000 crypto that's been arranged based on their market cap. We also have other classification of cryptocurrencies. We have cryptocurrency that are used for payment to buy and sell goods and services. Bitcoin is used for payment. Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, Dash, Tether, they are used for payment, for buying and selling. We also have cryptocurrencies that serve as platform. Their blockchain enables smart contracts. They allow other apps to be built on them. You cannot build an app on blockchain, no. But there's some cryptocurrency that enables you to build apps on them. And we have Ethereum, EOS, NEO, ARC. This crypto, their platform enables you to build applications on them. We also have privacy cryptos. I told you that as much as cryptocurrency is anonymous, the truth actually is that they are pseudonymous, which means that if the government want to track who made the transaction, they can track it. As much as on the surface level is anonymous, if there's a problem and the government or the bank really want to track somebody or track a transaction, they can track it and get the person that made the transaction. So which means it is not completely anonymous. But there are some cryptos that are extremely anonymous. You can't track it at all. Be the government, be the bank, be whatever, you can't track it. And they are called privacy cryptos. We have Monero, Dash, Zcash, Cloakcoin, and several others. They have high privacy than Bitcoin. We also have cryptocurrency that were started by exchanges. I've explained to you about Binance Coin. We also have BBOS token, Cost Coin, specific to exchanges. They were started by exchanges. Also, we have cryptocurrency that are mostly used in finance, by banks, by fintech companies. Repo, Populous, Stellar Lumens are used by banks in order to facilitate transaction faster and quicker. They are popular in the finance world. And we also have some cryptocurrency that are used by lawyers and legal entities to buy property, to sell property. We have Propi, we have Polymath. They are cryptos that are very common. They are associated with legal and property related issues.